What's up, everybody? My name is Craven, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. And in today's video, we are gonna be working on one thing and one thing only. And I know it's episode 10, and it's almost day 100, but today I don't feel like we're really gonna do a world tour. I feel like today we should be working on our new storage area, and I've actually kind of thought about a way to design this, or at least what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be going over everything with this design, and I do think that we are going to have a pretty fun build on our hands. So first things first, I do want to bring this up about 5 blocks throughout this whole thing. So we gotta kind of get removing with this, and then I just want, actually it should be 4 to 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It would go up to right around here if I did it like this. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting thing here, most definitely. But this would give us around 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. Okay, so with this, I do want to kind of like see what we need to do. So we're gonna get up here and we're gonna plan this out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think we're going to have a 5th article coming down like that. So we're going to be having a pretty interesting entrance into this area. And I'm not exactly like 1000% like off put with doing this, but I definitely need to kind of like see what would work the best here. Because I mean, it's better being safe than sorry, and honestly, I would rather go on ahead and do something like this and not have to worry about it than to think about it too much. And I do know that we are probably going to utilize a lot of the, we're going to be utilizing a lot of stuff, but not too much. So, yes, and I do think that we are probably gonna need to come back up here, and I do know that we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with this. I did not mean to do that. What I'm doing right now is I'm making sure that with what we have going on, I can go on ahead and remove myself. And I don't exactly know with like all that we need to really get removing, but I do know there's gonna be a little bit of things to, I know we're going to have a lot of stuff to get moving on, and I don't necessarily think that this is going to be the biggest thing. Honestly, I probably should bring it down by 1 block. I probably am going to go back and redo that little bit there and just be like, hey, this is where it's going to be. That's that. I do think, honestly, going up by 4 is going to be better than going up by 5. Because 5 just seems like a little bit high for what we're doing. And plus, it doesn't seem like the height is actually helping the build whatsoever. So, that is one other factor that is going into it, too. But yeah, honestly, what it could be is we could just have it be that its entrance is like this. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of do this for a minute here. So let's just kind of plan this out right now to where everything is more or less too high. Because I feel like it being too high is better than it being too low. Too lower than it is right now. And I do know that I am going to still have to go back to like where we are and go over everything due to it being organized really more interestingly, I guess. And yeah, I don't know exactly how to fully explain my thought process with this. I just know that for me, all of this is pretty much in a better place and area than I kind of thought it would be in the past. Or more or less, it's looking more like an acceptable area. And I actually will need it up by 5. So, because mainly due to the fact that it is a lot of stuff to do with this. And I'm not saying that it's like terrible to do, but it's more or less the factor. Okay, how high is this really though? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's up 6. It's up by 6. Why is it up by 6 instead of 5? That is why it looks so weird. Okay, so bring that down by 1 more. There we go. That looks more like it. I mean, that just wasn't making any sense whatsoever when I was writing it. And I mean, that honestly looks more like the build should be and not what it can be, because that gives us yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that it was higher than that. I don't know, honestly. You know what? Why don't we go on ahead and do this? And I'm gonna add this to it. And we are gonna go over each one of these areas, and we are gonna, first of all, we are gonna dig it out, and then I want to go on ahead and I want to expand out the area where all of the things are gonna be. So we just need to get back here, and I am gonna get rid of some of this sand, this stuff here, because I know I'm gonna need to. And for right now, we're just gonna do it like this, and then once we get closer into the area that we need to be at, we are going to, what we are going to do is we are going to utilize all of it in a much better way, I guess. I don't know exactly the right way to really explain what I'm thinking. I just know that I have a ton of stuff that I can do with this. And I'm going to do everything I can to manage this to the max that I can. And yes, I do notice how it is a little bit, like, more interesting. So, that looks good. And then, now I just have to remember that, hey, I have a lot of stuff to do on this too. And then I think what we can do also, since we will have to end up, like, building up the areas, I think I'm going to start off at the front of this. I'm going to start off on one side and build it up by 2. And then there's going to be connectors to connect everything up. And then once that all happens, I should be fine. Because really, it's all a game of, can this work? And I'm not really, like, 1000% on the train of having everything all over the place. That's why I'm taking my time and being like, hey, I know I might be going off this at the whim a little bit, which I'm not really doing this off the whim. I'm kind of actually working on this as if it is a area that's needed to be worked on, which is really a good thing because I'm planning out based on the factor that, hey, this is much needed in the process and not a process that's confusing to do altogether. And I don't even know how that happened or why that happened. I don't know. I really just feel like that today, this whole thing is just going to work out the way that I'm thinking about it working out. And I do actually kind of think that we are going to end up doing a lot of things to this to actually help it work a lot better. Which, I would honestly think about it being crazy if I don't... What is going on with my computer? And why in the world did it just do that? For some reason, I don't know what reason, but for some reason, something's been going off weirdly on this thing. I do think that what we can do is we can do this, and we're gonna connect it up like that. But then, I don't think we're gonna I have a whole different, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I do actually need to contribute to everything and fix my controls back, because that way I know that, hey, this is actually working well. So I do know that this is the last area there, so I just need to connect that up, and then this will just kind of connect up like that. And 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm almost done. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, Nope, that's not working there. So I mean, 1, 2, 3. So oh my gosh, I need to like really stop doing work on that, I guess. Yep. So I have one build at least starting to get worked on here. I do notice how there is a zombie, but I'm gonna dart past him in the quickest manner I can. And then close the door, go to sleep. Now we're good, and I don't have to worry about a thing. And right now, what day am I on? I'm on day 101. That is great. Good. Okay. And I can still continue this way. I actually have a little bit left just in case I really do ultimately need to use everything. Which, honestly, I don't exactly see a reason to need every bit of logs, but I can see a reason why too. The fact is, right now, I should be fine, and with the way that today's video is going, which I'm actually recording today's video a day early, because I'm kind of thinking I might have an idea of how I can do videos. Because, as you'll know, I am a YouTuber, but I'm also a college student. I have classes for college, and I want to make do with all the time that I have, and I want to make sure I can still make videos. So my main goal is to just try and do everything that I can in orderly fashion. And right now, everything is working out. Actually, why don't I do it like this and kind of... Why not do it like this? Wait, actually, no, I can't do it like that. Actually, do I have iron still? Do I have iron still? Because I can use the iron as the lights for the area. And that would actually be pretty good to do that. So if I could do that, that would be good. But first things first, though, I need to go on ahead and get all of the roof done for this. So this is just going to be a little bit interesting with this area because it's more or less like that. And I mean, honestly, the roof is not going to be terrible. And I've actually kind of thought about this, and I'm thinking that the logs are going to be the main area for like what you're using for the thing, but then whatever you use as the middle area will be the indicators for what is actually in the area. So this is gonna be all of this is gonna be the indicator for this being all of the oak stuff and all of the wood and stuff. But then when I have the hallway for all of the spruce wood and all of that, that will be the indicator for it all being that. And I actually want to do something here so I can kind of see that I might have enough. So I'm gonna throw out all of the... Actually, no. I'm not gonna throw it out. I'm just gonna go to the storage area real quick because I need to see if I'm gonna need to make more deep slate tiles. Which honestly, I think making more deep slate tiles would help because I am going to be using some deep slate. I think, okay, so the things that are going to keep consistently are the deep slate tiles and the deep slate wood. And the deep slate wood, oh my gosh, my mind's not thinking. The deep slate tiles and the other types of wood, like the jungle wood being the walls and deep slate tiles being the floor, is gonna stay consistent. That's gonna be the only consistent thing. But the only thing that's gonna change is the floor, is the walls. Is the roof. The roof is gonna be much bigger because it has a lot more area to cover. So that's what I mean. Like, that's the one thing that's gonna really, like, focus on, is the factor that, hey, this is where it's starting, not where it's ending, right? I would rather kind of do what I can do and have what I have than not do what I can do and have too much. So I do think that we might not end up making an entrance to this. This might just honestly be an opening like this, because I mean, I honestly like it being like this. But actually I do see a problem with that. I do see a little problem with that. So let's get rid of all of the dirt here, because I do actually need to do something real quick. So what we're gonna do is we are going to mine back 2 on each side, going all the way up, at least up 3, because I feel like 3 might be the best height to go. So okay, so yes, and I do think it might end up being that we might end up utilizing some jungle wood, because I do know that we might need to do that too. So this is how we're gonna at least do most of this, because I don't want to do too much. And I do know that we have a lot of this to do, so let me just do this. And I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Well, you know what? I think I should still go on ahead and make as much as I can of this, because I'm going to be using this very frequently. So I don't want to do too little and have too much of it left. So let's take out this. Okay, I did not mean to do that. How am I doing with time? I'm doing pretty good. Volume is not too high. There we go. The rain isn't terrible. I should honestly bring it down a little bit. Wait, I don't... Yeah, I do need to kind of take it back 3, though. I do need to take it back 3 just on the safe side. because I don't want to do too little. And I kind of do have a few things that I need to do too on top of that. This is honestly a pretty long project, and that's why, like, I'm not trying. What is going on with this? Okay, there we go. I think what's happening is I pressed too long, and it accidentally takes it as something else, possibly. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna... Okay, so we need to bring it back a little bit here. 1, 2... So if I do it back like this, I should have enough area, but I do also know that I'm gonna need area on top of this. For other stuff that's gonna be needed to get rid of. And I'm on it. What I'm thinking about that being is the top side over there. I'm just thinking about how bad it's gonna be to do all of that. But why should I'm wondering if I should just bring one of the beds over there with me too, because I think that would give me a lot more time to worry about it, and I wouldn't have to debate on anything. So let's definitely do that, and I definitely need to make another pickaxe just in case. Just in case I need to make another pickaxe. And I think I'm gonna make 2, just on the safe side, because I know I'm gonna have to mine up a lot of stuff, and I don't know how long everything is gonna remain the same, I guess. Because I do have a lot of stuff that I'm mining out, and it's all... Wait, hold up. I could, honestly, what I could do is I could use that for something else, though. Yeah, I could do that instead. Okay, so controls, keybinds, reset, and what I also need to do on top of that is I need to put the bed down too, because of how hold up, guys. Thank you. Because there's no way that would have gotten... I was like, no way that actually got removed from my... Okay, this is confusing. Why are there... Why is there two... Why... What? Why are there 2 sets of them? That is just way confusing. Interesting. Well, I don't really have to worry about that. Because, I mean, it's none of my worries. It shouldn't be, at least. I'm trying to get around you, idiots. Come on. But I do think, really and truly, that the other side is not going to be too hard. The other side is not going to be the hardest thing whatsoever. Yeah, I think we're going to have the best of, like, I think we're going to have a better time handling it than we had with this side because of how less of an area we have to do. So, 1, 2, 3. So, okay, I need to mine out 1, 2, 3 on this side then. 1, 2, 3. I do think that there might actually be a downside with actually, like, utilizing all of it. I don't know exactly the right way to really say it, but I just know there might be a little bit of a downside to having all of it doing this interesting way. And the only reason I'm doing it back 3 instead of 2 is we have all of the stuff with it being with it going around and utilizing all of these different things. I do need to, like, be worrying about, like, these other... I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. All I know is that I have to really think about what I'm using for the walls because of what we're doing with each different build here. Dude, you are gonna get in the freaking way. I'm about to kill you, villager, but I don't want to because I don't want your llama spitting at me. Like, dude, you are an idiot. Oh my gosh, and that is also an idiot way too, because it was like, what the frick? I don't know, guys. I am just playing the game of Minecraft the way that I know, and I mean, I honestly feel like the way that I have this set up right now is pretty interesting, though. I do actually want to do this, though. Okay, good. So it's not terrible. It's honestly not the worst thing here. I do think that we do need to probably, since we have all of this stuff, I'm wondering if I should take it up there, or if actually... I could just do these 2 blocks and have it be differently, actually. That actually makes more sense than bringing it all the way back. Because, I mean, why would you have to do every single block when it's just those two that you're utilizing. And how? Okay, that is very, very interesting. Okay. I do think that it is gonna end up being different though. So I do need to kind of like figure out how all of that worked. I mean, all of that is gonna work, but I also got to think about this. I've got to also get all of this flooring done too. So we have a major issue on that part. But besides that, there's no real issue with this. Okay, so there we go, and then not terrible. I mean, I do think that what I'm gonna end up doing so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Okay, so I have these 3 stacks right here. If these all do not work here after this next little bit, I'm gonna be a little bit perturbed. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So that does seem to help with it a little bit. I think I might have a lot more than I think I do. Honestly. I might have a lot more than I think. And yes, I am hearing the fact that there are zombies. And it's not exactly sure how that is going to be handled. I think I should have enough. I should have enough at my... I should have more than enough in the storage buildings that I already have. So, I do think one thing we are going to do that won't necessarily happen in this video, but will happen in another video, is the fact of it coming down to a different take, I guess. I don't know. I'm honestly thinking about, like, how everything's gonna work here. I do need to take everything back to my back to my area here, so that is gonna be what happens. Huh. Interesting. I might end up relocating this build because I did build this right here, but I don't know if it will end up getting in the way. I think I need to figure out how it's gonna work first before I really worry about it. So that should be enough. Yeah, this should be way more than enough. Because, I mean, I just don't see a reason why I would have another issue with having too little of amount of all of the blocks there, which honestly I don't see a reason to have a problem there. But I do see that we also have to finish up other stuff. I do think we might end up having enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I just have to get this done now, because I know that I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to deal with this summer. I know I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to deal with right now, or at least I'm starting to feel like there's a lot of stuff to be dealt with this, which honestly, I am seeing how that might actually help there. So there's that, and then this is honestly working pretty well. I mean, honestly, where it is going right now, there might be an issue or two to like fully connect everything in, but I mean, I don't think there's a problem with it. So yes, I do know I'm taking this like very like seriously, or more or less I'm taking this in a way that I've not taken this in a while, or at least I don't know. I think I'm more or less just first things first. I am going to focus on getting done with the back wall, and then on each side, and then I'm gonna fully accept the challenge of finishing up the walls. And I mean, honestly, I don't see a reason with completing the walls too. It would honestly probably be a good thing to do that. And I mean, we do have like a lot of stuff going into this too, so that's why I'm like also thinking, why did I think that there was a spider right there? Am I like really getting scared of them? That is really weird. But I mean, I don't know. But I don't see a reason to be scared of them either. Okay, so the fact of the matter is this: I do have a little bit left. I do have a little bit left on each side, but it's not the worst amount. I mean, pretty much what we're doing now is we're covering up all of the excess areas, and I do notice that I do know that I am gonna need to get a few things made up before I do the floor, which the floor is going to be really interesting to see how I do with it too, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough tiles to fully get it done, and it would honestly be good if we did, but that's just really one big concern that I have. Which, well, we have, the thing is, we have four areas where we're going to have an issue with, if that's the case, and we're not able to do much. And I know I'm throwing all the cobblestone in my area, but honestly, I don't see a reason to keep all of the cobblestone either. Too, I guess. I don't know. The main reason I'm running back to my house is I have to get something done at least. I need to go on ahead. Well, I need to first things first, I need to make some slabs. And there we go. And I made a lot of slabs. So I'm not going to need all of them, but it would be good to use at least most of them. And then I do still have enough areas, at least I feel like. So I'm not going too far with this build. And right now, with how much we actually have, I know that we're going to need to bulk up the area and, like, make it known that, hey, this is going to be an issue. Well, okay, so one thing we need to do is we need to really go ahead and get rid of the torches, at least for the meantime, because I need to put them on the walls, because we're about to have the issue of needing it to be a little much. And I just thought I saw a skeleton. That is not good, guys. That is not good. I need to kill these guys here. I need to change the controls back over so I can actually, like, do this. Here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And yes, I do know that I just killed him, but hey, it's an animal. It's an animal. It's an animal cruelty. And now I know I'm doing the worst thing possible with that, but I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I'm more or less thinking about the possibilities of having problems in the future, and I mean, I'm gonna have an issue with them one way or another probably. So, yeah. But also, I do need to go on ahead and remove this little area here, and I do think that getting rid of the interior area here might just not be a bad idea, or at least I'm more or less worried about it being an issue later on. So that's gonna be 90. I should have enough. I should have enough. 3 stacks definitely should... No, 4 stacks definitely should be enough. Just because of the fact that we have all of the... I mean, like, honestly, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't have this fully complete. Because, I mean, I know it's more or less, like, different, but I mean, it's not a new, it's not too insane of a change that it would be unrecognizable. Or, not unrecognizable, but really hard to get along with, I feel like. And I mean, I might honestly not need to worry about the changing of tools. Which I thought I was going to need to worry about it because of the fact that I have so much on me right now. But, I mean, I have so much that I have to mine out. That's what it is. Which, honestly, if I end up destroying one of these tools, it's fine. I'll just make a new one. Well, I mean, I don't see a real reason on why it would be hard to change out tools in the middle of things anyway. I don't know. I'm just honestly thinking about the main possibilities of this whole debacle here. And I think I should have enough wood to not have to worry about the stuff too. At least I'm pretty sure. And I think, well, no, I don't really need to worry about this. I think what I'll do is I'll end up doing something with it. Which, right now what we're going to do is we're going to switch the controls back over. And I know I'm doing a lot of, like, switching controls back over, but this is how I do every build to the best of its ability, too. And that way I don't, like, do too much, too. I guess I don't know exactly the right way to really say it without it being really confusing, I guess. And that shouldn't be... I'm noticing where it might be a little bit, like, more than I think I might have. Okay, so, yeah, it shouldn't be too much, actually. And I know I'm reaching the end when I'm hitting it right here, so that's good. And I mean, I have way more than I probably needed, but I mean, I'd rather be overdoing things and be overdoing than not be completely caught up with everything. Alright, so that is it. There we go. So, what I am seeing though is that we have a bunch of areas here that are still needing to be covered up here. So, let's bring out these because I do know that I'm going to need to cover up these areas too. And yeah, that shouldn't be terrible. I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be worse. And I do think we are going to end up finishing this up pretty soon. I honestly guys, I think I did a lot better of a job really focusing on this because I didn't really... Last video, I focused in on a little bit of it with like mining it all out and getting it outlined, but I also was trying to, I also basically did a build last episode that was way too short, and it should have been something that was longer so I could have more time on it. So I know for future reference I don't need to do that type of thing, and I just need to do something that's a little bit better. Which, honestly, guys, I might have an idea for this entrance. Did I drop the bread? That's bad if I do. Wait, did I go take it back? Did I take it back and I put it up? Did I really do that? Because if I did that, that's stupid of me. You know what I mean? I can't even run now. So, I mean, I don't even know what I did. I don't know. But I do want to go check and see, because I don't exactly know. and I also don't want to do too much. And I'm actually doing a great job. I'm doing a great job on time, so I will praise myself for that. So I have enough time to really focus in on everything. I guess, I don't know exactly. I'm just more or less thinking about everything. Yeah, the bread's in here. That's where it was. Okay, so that solves the missing bread because I thought I did have it. I know I didn't throw it away. I think I just accidentally, when I was doing everything else, I did more than just that. And do I have iron in here? Yes, I do. So let's do this, and since we have all of this, let's make some lanterns. Let's make 10 lanterns. That's actually pretty good. So we have 10 lanterns, and I think we have 6 areas, so we actually have enough. But on top of that, I do actually need to make a lot of chests. I'm not sure how many I can make. Do I have more wood on me? I do have 2 more chests. I have those pieces of wood. I have these 2. Those 4. And then I have that. So let's do that, and then do that, and then let's do that and do that. And then let's go through this, make 45, and then so we've made 56 chests so far. I don't know how far that's going to take us. But what I do think I need to do too, though, is I probably should make a chest and put it in that first little area just in case. And I probably should make another bed too. I probably should leave that bed over there, and I'll just end up keeping this bed over here. Because if I'm over in that area, I should have a bed over there just to be on the safe side. Because, I mean, I don't know how long it's really going to take me to do everything. And I would rather be overdoing it or just doing enough than not doing enough. Because it's been really confusing or, like, off-putting, I guess. And do I really not have any more logs? That is really disconcerting. Well, and the thing is, I also haven't really used them. I don't know why I would have built them and then not started to use them. Which, honestly, that's bad now because I'm really, like, starting to build this new storage system. And it's probably going to be my main one, too. So, that is the case, too. Let's do this too. And I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to get done with like every bit of this, but as long let's say this, as long as I can go on ahead and get done with at least the first row of chests today, I'd be proud of myself. Because, I mean, I'm at least going on ahead and doing enough of this, and it's not like really confusing myself. And that shouldn't be bad there too, so I mean, that works. Well, that's not bad either. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have one more here. I'm not going to be able to finish up both sides. I know I'm not. I don't know what happened. But I just won't be able to. You know what, guys? What I'll do is, when I do the thumbnail, I'll have every bit of it done. Wait. Why did I put chests in these front areas? That's why it was so weird. That's why it's so interestingly weird. Okay. Okay, so that's there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2. Okay. So then I do think that we are going to end up doing this. We are going to remove these, but we are also going to have these things too. So instead of that, we're going to have that. And I think having it on every single one of them is going to help keep the light levels equal to what they were before. And it won't be super confusing either. It'll be more understanding. And honestly, why wouldn't it be that it would actually I don't know why it would be confusing, or at least more or less I feel like it is good that we did it like this. But I mean, I feel really good about this build today, so I will say I pretty am happy. But in the meantime, I do think that's all I wanted to do today. I hope y'all did enjoy today's video. In between the videos, I do think we're going to end up working on a few things. At least, I'm probably going to end up getting the things fixed up to where we have all the chests there. But in the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and I will see y'all later. So goodbye.